This is NR2003 Predicts. We take the entry list of the top 3 NASCAR series, send them through the N ratings algorithm, set them up by their provisional lineups, and set the forecast as they will be on race day, and we see what the computer says will be the finishing order on race day. It was a good day for Austin Cindric in the Xfinity race. He'll cross the line first, followed by Harrison Burton, Jeremy Clements, Justin Allgaier, and Brandon Jones. That makes Cindric a 3-time winner this season. Top 10s also for Justin Haley, Ty Gibbs, Noah Gragson, Myatt Snyder. Only guys that really had some issues that would only run up front, Jeb Burton, Brandon Brown, who end up all the way near the back of the field. Now it's time for the Cup event. Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin making up the front row. A lot of rain in the area, but they're going to try to go racing. Coming on the front stretch, green flag flies here, Martinsville. Joey Logano able to jump ahead first. He will lead lap number 1 of this 500-lap event. Looking at some of the stats from this racetrack, Denny Hamlin is the guy to beat. 9.9 average finish across his career, best among the active drivers here. Just a short bit ahead of Brad Keselowski and Ryan Blaney, but really the further you go down the list, the more average it gets for these guys. And Hamlin is a 5-time winner at this racetrack. 4 guys tied for 2 wins apiece, and 4 guys also 1 win apiece. Chase Elliott, the most recent winner at this racetrack last fall. Keselowski running the best among those 2-win drivers. And going to have some issues here on the front stretch as Josh Bilicki, Daniel Suarez get together. And that's going to collect Ryan Preece and Kyle Larson. James Davison also going to pile in. And there's going to be a few guys taken out in that one. It looks like Suarez and Larson going behind the wall. Also had an issue with Corey LaJoie at the start of the race. Mechanical issues for him. He's behind the wall. Kyle Busch actually has the most top 5s at this racetrack. 1 more ahead of his teammate Denny Hamlin. At the moment running inside the top 5, but still looking to get further ahead as he is trying to make sure he doesn't go so far deep in the season without a victory as he is doing right now. So far winless. Kevin Harvick, 19 times he's been in the top 10 at this racetrack, currently holding the lead over Denny Hamlin. Just went under 3 seconds, and looks like as the 11 car is trying to go under Michael McDowell, he's going to overdrive it, and he's going to tap the 77 of Justin Haley and send himself for a slight spin in turns 3 and 4 that would bring out a caution. We have some pit stops under the caution period, and it looks like Denny Hamlin's going to come out in front of Harvick. But the issues are not going to stop as James Davison, already involved in an accident tonight, going to get turned by Ross Chastain on the front stretch. So once again, the caution flies, and looking like it's going to be one of those nights where those guys cannot stay off each other. Logano now out in front, and he is one of 3 drivers who have eclipsed 1,000 laps led at this racetrack. Trying to see if he can stay out in front for the majority of this race, but big issues on the backstretch. Eric Almirola plows into the inside wall with help from Ryan Newman. He's going to get tangled with Alex Bowman and Ross Chastain. Big damage to the 10 car, and his season continues to just blow up in his face. And it looks like Alex Bowman is headed behind the wall with that damage. Joey Logano holding the lead, and it looks like he's going to be able to carry that all the way to the end of stage 1. We will see him take the green and white checkered flag, and Logano out in front at the end of stage 1. Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski going to make up the top 5. Also see a couple of Hendrick drivers and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. down there getting a stage point. So Logano will take this restart. See if he can hold off his 2 teammates who run inside the top 5. Justin Haley going down with some kind of issue, and Ryan Preece trying to see if he can work his way back into the top 16. Obviously his full season schedule is unknown, but the 2 guys that were on the cut line looks like they're having issues tonight, and Austin Dillon now add him to the list of drivers having issues as he's going down pit lane with something mechanical. It looks like it's going to take it behind the wall, and he obviously has damage. He's been involved in an accident tonight. And now we're going to have some more troubles. BJ McLeod had some contact with Ryan Blaney. He was high on the racetrack, and now he's going to get spun on the front stretch, but fortunately no big damage. He's able to spin it back around and stay on the racetrack. Get back under green flag on lap 167, but Brad Keselowski now heading down the pit lane. Not sure why. It seems like he's got some kind of penalty. It looks like it's going to be a stop and go for him, but big time disappointment for him as he was trying to stay on that lead lap. Now trouble between Ryan Newman and Chase Briscoe is now William Byron going to plow into that one. And the 24 car has some major damage. 14 will have some crunched up back end as well. It looks like the 24 is actually still going to stay on the racetrack, but he's obviously going to have to take that hood off or get some front end damage repaired. You can see him as there's going to be some more tangling right in front of the 24. That's Quinn Half and Anthony Alfredo. JJ Ailey getting a piece of it as well. And the cautions keep flying here at this racetrack. A very undisciplined race as now Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is out in front using some pit strategy, although it doesn't look like he's going to stay there for long. Ryan Blaney has worked his way to the front and trying to see if he can maintain that lead. Looking to become the first two-time winner of the season so far. We've had 7 different winners, which might become a factor in the playoffs as now more trouble. Anthony Alfredo once again in some lead lap cars tangling. Joey Logano and Martin Truex Jr. And also some issues down there on the low line. Michael McDowell and Bubba Wallace. Big time damage to them as they were trying to slow up and ran into the 4 car. And that is going to take both of those drivers out of the race. Continuing to see some guys that are heavy hitters drop out of this event. Kurt Busch currently inside the cut line, and the way that some guys' days have been going, this might be a good opportunity for him to make up some points. Now we're seeing Joey Logano, the Stage 1 winner, working his way to the inside of his teammate Ryan Blaney, trying to take the lead. They're going to split the 51 at Cody Ware, and Ryan Blaney maintaining the ground. What a move! Intense racing here for the end of the stage, but Joey Logano is going to end up taking it and driving away. He will win stage number 2. Ryan Blaney will have to settle for second. Truex Jr., Stenhouse Jr., and Kyle Busch make up the top 5. And William Byron, despite all of that damage to his race car, still gets some stage points, and so does Brad Keselowski, who went a lap down with his penalty. So now we've got a gaggle of Penske cars at the front of the field for one way or another, and now some more issues. Cody Ware, Cole Custer, Christopher Bell making contact. The 20 is going to get the worst of it as he goes around, and once again the caution flies. Cannot catch a break on these yellow flags, and Joey Logano trying to maintain his ground, but at the moment not driving away. Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin still within his mirror trying to see if they can make a move. But how about Brad Keselowski working his way up? It looks like he got his lap back, and now he has made his way up to the lead. The 2 car seems to be the fastest car on the racetrack right now, as the caution's going to fly once again. It looks like Quinn Half's going to get a little contact from Martin Truex Jr. side up the racetrack, and he's going to get a little too slow getting up to speed. Brings the caution out, and under caution, Denny Hamlin from second place. Mechanical issues for him, and he is not going to be able to finish this one. Big shame for the 5-time winner at this racetrack. And now Martin Truex Jr. working his way to the inside of Brad Keselowski. A wild race so far. It looks like the 2 car was the fastest, but now the 19 has the advantage, and he's going to use the lap traffic to his advantage to get a pick. And the 19 trying to drive away and hope that these final 100 laps are going to be clean. He's starting to put a pass on Chase Elliott to put him a lap down. I mentioned he was the most recent winner, and now he is trying to battle back. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on pit lane. Now Martin Truex Jr. These are scheduled stops. They're trying to get their final fuel run to the end of the race. Looks like Ryan Blaney's trying to stretch it out a little bit. He puts himself in the lead, and he's going to hope for a caution so that he can stay out there and get the gas he needs. Oh, and this is going to be his opportunity. And now Alfredo once again. How many cautions has he been in this race? He's going to get turned around by Kurt Busch. Fortunately, not going to go any further than that. But man, the 38 car has been in a lot of accidents tonight, and now we're going to have a final run to the finish. But not before some more trouble. Josh Bilicki into the wall, and Justin Haley getting turned around by Kurt Busch on the front stretch. Plenty of situations at this racetrack, and we're still trying to figure out who can take the win here. Now it's Truex Jr. out in front. But here comes Brad Keselowski making a move to the outside. He's speeding down the backstretch, and he might be able to make the move, and it looks like he has. Coming to the end of this race, the 2 car has the advantage, and he's pulled out to a 6-second lead. But what is this? He's coming down to pit lane! It sounds like he doesn't have enough fuel to make it to the end. We're not hearing a mechanical issue. It sounds like it's a fuel issue. He has not gotten enough gas to make it to the end, and now his teammate, Ryan Blaney, has the lead. The 2 car stays on the lead lap, but the 12 car is going to take advantage of that unfortunate situation, trying to get around all the lap traffic. The 12 car working his way to the inside, and he is going to become the first 2-time winner of 2021. Checkered flag flies for Ryan Blaney at Martinsville. It was not the cleanest of races by a long shot, but Ryan Blaney takes huge advantage of Brad Keselowski not having the gas to make it to the end. He will take the victory. Martin Truex Jr. will come up in second place. Joey Logano, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Kevin Harvick will make up the top 5. Keselowski will end up in 7th after his late pit stop. Both of the Busch brothers get inside the top 10. A little further back in the field, Ryan Preece, who sat on the pole for a modified race here earlier in the week, he finishes 13th. William Byron, despite heavy damage to his race car, comes home in 14th. A pair of SHR cars also there in 15th and 16th, and a lot of back markers making themselves known in the top 20 because of all of the issues that some of the front runners had. When we look back, we see Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, Michael McDowell out of the race, but still inside the top 30. And we go back a little further, and we see Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman, Chris Buescher, Daniel Suarez, Kyle Larson, Matt Benedetto, Corey LaJoie, all dropping out early. Big shame for a lot of those guys who had points potential here. That is it for NR2003 Predicts. We hope you enjoyed the race, and we will see you all next time.